All right. So game 3. These are the winners from my room. First 2 rounds. So Pink is back. We get to see that Apossomancer insane deck, the Warrior synergy. Maybe he'll play more into that. Um, and then we've got Dave over here. Dave playing that double Drix deck. Um, so we got blue green and blue purple. I'll just say this: as players are getting ready to play, and I see Drix, there's no way Drix doesn't get played right here. I don't think. Uh, for the first potential, the first tournament, I'm just gonna say the first tournament. For the first tournament, at least that I was anything a part of for Soulforge Fusion, a game that's about to come out. I'm so excited that every one of the 4 factions was represented, um, and based on what I'm seeing and hearing, is winning. So like where it's not like everybody played blue purple or everybody played, like this one specific red deck. Everybody pretty much came in with um a fairly unique deck. So that was cool. Um Looks like we've got played a gizmo. He must have played a card to upgrade because he got to upgrade Botanimate. So I imagine what that was yep, energy prison or sorry, energy surge is what he played. Play a gizmo mini, upgrade a card in your hand. Responds with the Spirit Reaver. He's gonna save that activate in case he plays another robot. Mantis comes out. Hate Mantis. Love Mantis. So he gets to choose a level 1 enemy creature and replace. His opponent has to replace it with a minion. So that's going to get the Spirit Reaver out and put a Wisp in. Um, if you didn't know, last night the rules got adjusted so that you couldn't play um, cards above your current Forgeborn level, so you couldn't play like level 3 cards in the second deck cycle. And that was really almost all about Mantis and some other pairings that got weird and funky, but so there you go. Plays Drix, plays a Gizmo. Everything trades out except for the Drix. Good standard play. 50-50 going in sec. Holy Toledo, he's got it already. Steel-eyed Researcher. Activate. Plays a Gizmo. +2/+2. And the ramp. The big baddie is on. Uh, Looks like Pink is seeing it. Understands the plight that he potentially is in right now. Um, so we'll see what he does here. I see that he has Energy Prison. He could play that to neutralize that Steel Eye Researcher, but it doesn't do anything for your board state or anything else. Um, he's got uh, okay, yep. Torg My Guardian is a good play here. He's gonna try and keep the Steel Eye Researcher manageable, um, and probably potentially gonna immediately play something into the back row. Blight Witch comes into play. Destroy a creature to play a spell for free. Plays Om Nom Nom. -3/-3. Well, so much for that. And oh, but he doesn't get a kill, so he doesn't get to play the zombie minion, uh, which is fine. That's not what he cared about. Cares about getting the upgrade. Cares about keeping the Steel Eye Researcher as healthy as possible. Um, and yeah, you want this Blight Witch off the board soon. Oh, I love this deck. If I could buy this pairing, I say this, and then if he reached out, I probably wouldn't. But this pairing is just so cool to me. Because I also have a Steel Eye Researcher buff deck that I found actually last night. When I saw this pairing, I was like, oh, I wonder if I could make something like that. It's not nearly as good as this because I don't have a Betrayer Drix, which would be great. But I did play the Steel Eye Researcher buff deck last night. Um, had a great time with it, and it's just fun. I think it's just fun to see like how it works. Okay, this is an interesting play. So heavy artillery -4/+4. So you can give a enemy creature uh enemy creature -4, you give yourself +4 on one of your creatures. So I imagine he's just gonna straight up uh not only save his Torgmai Guardian, but ensure that he kills the Steel Eye Researcher. That's exactly what's happening. Huge play. When you play against Steel Eye Researcher, get it off the board. Especially if it's a blue-purple. Both Aloyan and Necroom love to just spam minions onto the board uh, with zombies and gizmos. Couldn't remember their name. Uh, so you want him off the board. He's gonna take 4 damage for it, and still 2 great pieces of utility. Because essentially what this is right now, the Drix and the Blight Witch, every turn he gets a free spell play right now because he can activate to play the minion, immediately bounce the minion to play a spell for free. So his spells are going to be upgraded. He's going to be getting basically a 3rd card play every turn. It's very dangerous. He took the 4 damage, but Torgmai Guardian still in play. Potentially going to be buffing things up, potentially not. Whatever. We heard him talk in the interview that um, he's got a unique pairing for this Torgmai Guardian. Um, I'm not sure what they're talking about here. Probably just discussing how cool that turn was, because that was a cool turn of really both decks doing the exact same. Both decks are really doing what they want to do right now. I think Dave's deck maybe a little more. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it plays. But into what I believe is the last turn of cycle 1. Yep. So we see that reinforced captain again, which allows him to buff the Torgmai Guardian back up and potentially will help it. We just saw that trigger, so play a gizmo, immediately destroy it to play something for free. Oh, look at this combo. So he played Energy Surge, play a gizmo minion, upgrade a card for free. And then he upgraded Cyprian Experimentation, which when it's upgraded, you can play a gizmo minion, another combo. So you got to play 2, and then his actual spell. I think he maybe played that too quickly, but let me think here. So play a spell for free. Played that, and that got him 2 gizmo minions. Maybe he got to upgrade a card somehow. I don't really know how he upgraded that. And got the 2 zombies into play. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm a little confused. I don't know how the siphon got played. Maybe he flipped it somehow. Rooted Rangers, if you have no empty lanes, yeah, that's not happening. If you gain health, so Rooted sits in the back, but if you gain health, you go from a defender to an aggressor. Um, Still pretty good. It's not going to get that Blight Witch off the board. Sigmund Fraud comes in, takes over the gizmo. It's going to activate to give all of his zombies +1. Oh, she's a zombie too! Holy cow. So, give all your zombies +1 and they get aggressive. So that zombie takes out the Torgmai Guardian. 6 comes through right there. 7 comes through right there. That's 13 total. on these lanes. And then the Blight Witch does some damage, takes some damage. Drix and the Reinforced Captain trade a little bit. Holy cow. That was a lot. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with everything. Let me take that off to clean up the user interface a little bit. That was Michael taking, or Dave. Sorry, that was Dave taking a crazy amount of control of the board. The fact that he's got the Drix Blight Witch pairing still on the board. Um, does she say level 1 spells? Okay, level 1 spells. So that pairing is starting to go away because he's not going to have a crazy amount of level 1 spells. He's got one, and it's not a great one. it does almost nothing other than play a mindless zombie minion. He almost has too much board control right now, honestly. He kind of needs some things to get removed. So he is going to do that to play Group Meal for free, which is play a mindless zombie minion and upgrade a card. He has no cards to upgrade, so he's basically doing that so he can get Group Meal upgraded. That's really what we're looking at. Who cares? You have ultimate board state right now. Who cares? And look at this. He's got the Blight Witch and Drix level 2 in his hand. There you go. He's playing the Drix. He's going to play a Gizmo to replace the zombie. And because Drix level 2, so if you're confused where that +2/+2, whenever one of your creatures replaces a creature, give it +2/+2. So basically, Drix allows Gizmo to be doubly effective whenever they get replaced. All right. Where's the response, Pink? You got to show us something. I imagine what's coming here next. Just that Blight Witch is going to get dropped. Replace the Gizmo to buffer so that she stays around. She's going to kill that mindless zombie minion. And then play the renewal. Just to play it, get it upgraded, put a zombie right back into play. Put a zombie brute right back into play. Yeah, at this point, his deck is so effective, he's losing effectiveness because he's too effective. That's a lot of uses of the word effective. All right, so we've got Camouflage Packmaster. Playing that in front of the Gizmo is fine. He's trying to keep it alive. He knows anywhere else he places it, it is gonna die. Because here it dies because he's already at 7, and he can buff this to a 7 if he wants. So he's trying to keep it alive the only way he thinks he knows he can. Use Flash. It's not going to work. But he doesn't know that. You can't play around what your opponent for sure has in their hand. They only have 4 cards. Here comes the Blight Witch. She comes in at +4. +4. So 9, 12. He's going to activate her. Oh, he's going to destroy the Drix. Okay. And then play the Ghastly Renewal to play a Zombie Brute. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. Then he's activating Sigmund Fraud to give +1 to all of them. Because this Zombie Brute replaced, it got +2/+2 because you have the Drix in play. This one did not because it didn't replace. He had to destroy the Drix before he played it. I think what happened here is they started resolving before Pink played a card. Let me make make sure that they don't do this wrong. Hold on a sec. Let's make sure. He's reaching for his cards. I don't know why the warrior just came off the board. Oh, that's what he did. He activated his Inspire ability, which is Death Touch, destroy a level 1 creature. So that's what he did. Got it. This is what happens when you can't hear what they're talking about. So yeah, he's pushing the envelope right now. He's saying, "I have tempo. I'm knocking you out before you get something big on the board." So, um, hey, have you seen fast decks? This is what they look like. Oh man, he's got basically no answers in his hand. Just looking at it, like Energy Surge, Mega Gizmo, eh. Heavy Artillery, eh. The Rain, maybe, still. And then the Stout Technohult. He's so in trouble. He's got things he can play, but nothing that's gonna really save him here. And no matter what he plays here, it, it ends with bad board state. Not his fault. Not his fault at all. He has played, I would wager, optimally, but his deck has not allowed him to outplay this other deck. This other deck is cooking. Dave's deck is doing everything it's supposed to do at the exact same time. And sometimes you get that draw. And sometimes, like Pink, he hasn't seen his Apostlemancer once. That totally could help him. He hasn't seen that mystical druid that we saw that allows him to just pump out things and retake back board control. Um, he's seen some of the warriors, but nothing crazy. So, um, his Stout Technohult here is gonna get +3 health. There's for sure some damage that's still got to come through. Hey, real quick, did you all get damage on that last round? Cool. Just making sure I'm not missing it. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. No worries. Okay. I thought it was going crazy. I was like, man, whatever he did to save all that health is awesome, and I want to know what he did. He just hadn't calculated it yet, which is totally fine. So what do we do now? Oh, okay. He's got the mystical druid. Pump out the wisps. Good. It's something. Hey, Soulforge is great. Is one of my favorite card games I've ever played. You can for sure come from behind with Soulforge. Okay, so he's taking that play back. He's gonna just replace the Blight Witch with a Wisp. And he ends up putting that Mystical Druid. So gives the opponent some information there of what's in his hand, but that's the better play. Do that with the Blight Witch before. And look who we have. Steel Eye Researcher gets to come out as an 8/8, again, using the Drix keyword, or not keyword. Playing a Mega, or playing a Gizmo, again, giving it +2/+2. Steel Eye Researcher gets +3/+3. It's again. It's a Steel Eye Researcher Double Drix deck. It's insane. Since it's an insane play. All right, yeah, here. So now we're getting the double wisp play. Nothing crazy here. This is a stay alive. It's like that song from Hamilton, Stay Alive. Om nom nom. He's gonna play that. In comes in a zombie that's gonna come in at a 7/7 and buff his Steel Eye Researcher. Unless he forgets. Looks like he's gonna forget. That's okay. It doesn't matter. Trust me, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're back at it. This is. Why can I not see how many cards they have left? Looks like this is the last turn. Maybe yeah. Okay, so this is the last turn in cycle 2. Gizmo minion. And he's going to immediately then play a card to put Sigmund Fraud into play. And he's going to immediately activate it to give his other zombies +2 +2 and aggressive, but they're already in the front row. So that quick trigger, that was a Gizmo minion replacing, Sigmund Fraud replacing, and activate to give +2/+2. He again is missing the plus on this. Oh, he got it this time. So, and he also got the plus because that Gizmo minion came into play. So, he's playing fast because he knows how this deck works. He knows what he wants to do. He's a very cerebral player. It's a good thing. Crush it out. Potentially we see a Mantis play here so that he gets the free give your creatures +3/+3 to hopefully keep him alive. There's the Apocalypser. That's the first time we've seen this card and we're almost into cycle 3. Sometimes your decks don't click the way you need them to. Same thing with Warmonger's mod. That's an amazing card to get first cycle. If you don't get it till second or third cycle, I said this last time, it's not good. It needs to be upgraded for it to be good. And it is one of my favorite cards in blue, though. I love playing that card. All right, so he's got the Mancer in play. Whoa. Sorry, I opened up GeForce Extreme. I'm just kidding. So he's got the Apocalypser in play. He's not really in a position to do a lot of replacements, but he could do it to try and kill some things off this board and make things a little bit tougher. It's great that the Blight Witch is gone. We're just going to play an Aegis Wings here, give something +2. Again, that is an upgrade play. You're trying to get this card in upgraded because it's a free card. So another great, just he doesn't need any of these other things. Doesn't have a mage in play. He doesn't need any of these other things, so this is a good play. Mantis is going to give everything +3/+3. Okay, so he's going to go down to 4 health here, but he's at least going to moderately... Nope. He does a lot of damage. His Techno Halt is going to stay on the board and only take 1 damage. Sigmund Fraud's still on the board. Mancer's dead. It's tough, man. This is a tough deck to play against. I don't want to play against this deck. You need massive removal, massive minion removal. And still perfect on the health. 50 to 4. He's taking no damage. Um, he's not he has no healing in his deck, so this isn't a healed up um 50-4. This is just I'm invincible. This is a tough deck to play against. This is why I was most excited to see this deck. If I was going to pick any deck to be in the finals, I would have picked this one. Um, just because if you draw it right, it clicks. It clicks. It's not a perfect deck. It has weaknesses. Um, because if he does think about it, if he doesn't see the Blight Witch or Steel Eye Researcher, let's say that those are in his bottom two cards, all you're doing is pumping out little weak minions. Even if he gets both Drixes are not hard to get off the board. You get those removal, he never draws them. Um, he doesn't have other like bigger things in his deck. Um, he's reanimating Drix and the Blight Witch. Ghastly Renewal, level 3. So reanimate a creature. If you have a scientist play, reanimate another creature. So that is the scientist right there. Actually, he's got two scientists. So um, Drix comes into play. He could, in theory, activate Drix again, activate the Blight Witch to play a spell for free. He does have a spell and a mage. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. He's going to play this spell for free to give all of his creatures 4 armor. Man. Oh, but look at this. Look at that. He's drawn everything. He's drawn everything. Poor Pink over here. I mean, Energy Surge, not great. The level 3 Energy Surge does let you play a card for free afterwards. Uh, so that's something. Um, he did get the Relentless Wanderer into play. That's how he got this Wisp into play. He's going to move the Stout Techno Hull over to try and attack and potentially kill the Blight Witch. Mega Gizmo. That'll get rid of Sigmund Fraud. And he got to upgrade a card. I don't know what card he upgraded. Yep, and then he's given everything +3. That is to guarantee some kills. I think, and to keep some things alive. We'll see what. Oh, that was his second play. I don't think he saw his upgrade. I think he's assuming he doesn't. Or maybe he upgraded something and then discarded it first. Yeah, I don't know what he upgraded. So we'll see what he's gonna play here. I can't imagine you're not playing Steel Eye Researcher. Yep, +2/+2 because of Drix. Again, when another one of your creatures places activate. Or he does have an interesting problem here because he could leave the Wisp on the board. It's not a problem. He doesn't have any problems. Boom, give everything 4 armor. And the mage also dealt 2 damage to enemy creatures. Plays the gizmo and +5/+5 +3/3. 3 on the level 2, 5 on the level 3. Uh, oh, and then he activated his Tinkerer ability to play a Mega Gizmo and make it a 10/10. Woo! That again coming from the actual Gizmo and the Drix. That then gave Steel Eye Researcher plus more. So yeah, it's out of control. Yes, it is. He's going off. His deck is absolutely frying right now. If you know anything about Soulforge Fusion, his deck is performing to perfection. He is, yeah. The robots is exactly what he's doing. He's robot spamming right now. It's fun. Energy Surge to upgrade a card. Play a Mega Gizmo. Holy cow! I can't even track everything that just happened, but it looks like he just played 2 gizmos. I can't track. He played a gizmo. He destroyed it so that he could play a spell for free. The spells played him gizmos. His then Scythian experimentation played more gizmos, all of which upgrades his Steel Eye Researchers every time. So, blech. This is a filthy deck. And he's playing another one. I believe if my count is right, he has played 4 robots this turn without anything happening. And he's going to play another one here in just a second. Gizmo. Good gravy. Look at this insanity. 32-26, a 40-31. It's just filthy. His opponent hasn't even played a card yet. And he just doubled the stats of 2 of his creatures on the board. He spammed everything else. Yeah, it looks like... Oh, never mind. I was going to say it looked like he was forfeiting. Maybe he said he would forfeit, but they were just going to play it out. But... He's got Hibernating Mantis here. Let's see what his level 4 ability is. That's okay. Strike on a +8. That could kill a 13. So he could get the Witch off the board. He could kill the Gizmo before it does anything. Fortunately, what else do you play? He could get the Drix off the board with the Wisp, but let's see how he does it. So Hibernating Mantis, he's going to use his level 4 ability. So that Wisp goes up to 13, and it can strike something. He's just going to hit the Drix. I don't think he fully realized he could have killed this Mega Gizmo, but maybe it's just I have to get Drix off the board. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So Portal Shade comes in, gets +10/+10. That's the +6/+6 from the Mega Gizmo, and then the +4/+4 from the Drix. He plays Aegis Wings for free. 5-card turn, everybody. Get hyped for the 5-card turn. Stout Technoholt moves over to block the stealth creature that he has nothing he can do about. Charge Plated just a card, just to to do anything, and then we're gonna go through here and just sort of do it. So that's that. Ends with the Blight Witch going through uncontrolled on 9.